Warning: heavy spoilers for Blue Lock Season 2 episodes 1 to 7. You have been warned. I spent over £130 on the Blue Lock Season 2 Blu-ray Volume 1 set, which is around $168. But enough of all that. Are there any changes to the Blue Lock anime? Did Studio 8-bit go back and reanimate certain scenes? Did they enhance the visuals like Bleach, AOT, JJK, Chainsaw Man and My Hero Academia? Well, no. Apart from this one scene of Nage where his logo appears to be a little bit larger in the Blu-ray version compared to the TV version, every single scene from Season 2 episodes 1 to 7 are the exact same from TV to Blu-ray. No changes have been made whatsoever, no reanimation, no visual changes, no redesign on the characters. There are no changes at all. And why would I spend all this money on this Blue Lock Blu-ray? Well, I don't think it is any surprise that the Blue Lock Season 2 animation has been under huge controversy when it initially released back in 2024. Volume 2, which will have episodes 8 to 14, will be released on May 28th, 2025. My gosh, $168 for only 7 episodes. Is this Blu-ray set worth it? Well, let's unbox it. As you can see, we have 2 discs. On disc 1, episodes 1 to 5, and on disc 2, episodes 6 and 7. Disc 2 also contains some interview videos with the cast, but nothing spectacular, just your typical Blu-ray shenanigans. It has a character booklet of some of the character profiles. Of course, when I did compare the streamed Crunchyroll version to the uncompressed Blu-ray version on my Plasma 1080p TV, the Blu-ray of course looks a little bit sharper and less pixelated, as it is uncompressed on Blu-ray compared to the compressed version on Crunchyroll. So if you're someone who truly cares about picture quality, then the Blu-ray is for you. Also, I noticed in some scenes that it plays 1 frame behind, but it doesn't affect the overall episode. Also, a lot of those end title character gag moments don't actually play alongside the episodes. You can watch those separately on the Blu-ray sets. But yeah, no visual changes. For $168, I did expect to see something worthwhile, but sadly we didn't get to see that. But why has 8-bit been struggling with the art and animation? Why has this been an issue altogether? Well, yesterday, MSN reposted a news article that was released back in October regarding the Blue Lock animation, and I found it to be very fascinating, and I do believe it more or less explains why the art and animation wasn't as top tier compared to season 1. So let's read it. Animator Martin Kings, who had previously worked on animes like Nier Automata and Dandadan, recently posted a video on his TikTok account where he broke down the silence about his experience working in the 2nd episode of Blue Lock Season 2. According to Martin Kings, the issue didn't start during the early stage, but the animation was modified in its final version. He also declared that he and the rest of the animators did their best at the workload requested of them, despite the low payment and tight schedule they had to work on. This is what he had to say. "I worked on the episode of Blue Lock, and I will tell you why its animation was so bad. Several months ago, I started working on Blue Lock Season 2, one in which I would work not only on episode 1 or 2 or 3, but rather 5 episodes. I started working on the 2nd episode, in which I had to take charge of approximately 20 cuts, animating these scenes from scratch, that is, layout. But curiously, the problems didn't start at this point. I'm sure that not only me, but also all the animators who worked on this episode didn't do the job that ended up being the final result. Despite the low payment and short time we were given, we did the best we could." Additionally, Martin King alleged the series production committee cut out many resources done by the animators due to lack of time. He also revealed that even though he was originally assigned to work on 5 5 episodes of the season. He decided to leave the project after working only on one, as the production issues made him uncertain about the final quality of the project. The animator finalized by showing one of the cuts he made that he was allowed to share. This is what he had to say. The problems came after the production was tight with their schedule, and they decided to remove many of the resources that were used for the animation. Many of my animations were capped in the final version. Basically, they eliminated all the movement, some frames, or they just made them differently. But the fault doesn't lie in the one that came after me, since they probably did all they could with the short time they had. These problems, just like in Jujutsu Kaisen in the past or in the vast majority of animes, are a result of the production committee of certain animes that take projects just thinking about the money and not the condition of its workers. And it's because of this that I didn't work on any more episodes of Blue Lock. Once I finished working on the second episode, I decided to get out, and as I thought, the final result ended up being disastrous. This made it a job that I am not proud to upload. The Screen Rant article also added, when trying to meet a tight schedule, anime production teams often decide to cut frames and simplify movement to have fewer corrections to make, which helps them save time and be able to meet deadlines. While this practice is sometimes easy to conceal in some anime projects, cutting frames in anime like Blue Lock, which is about the dynamic movement during the matches, is even harder to overlook for the viewers, but also reveals the pressure put on the production teams to deliver a final product even if it wasn't as they envisioned at first. And there you have it, you guys. That is the reason as to why the Blue Lock Season 2 anime more or less looks the way it does. The tight scheduling, having to simplify the work in order to pump out episodes, was the only way for 8-bit to get Season 2 on time. I think it's really unfortunate that this has to happen, especially for an anime like Blue Lock. I normally say that at the end of the day, as long as the story, voice acting, and music and sound effects are all top-notch, then the animation does not have to always look top-notch. But in Blue Lock's case, it actually relies on gorgeous animation and art to sell the impact and intensity of some of these football matches. I do think it is a damn shame, but with anime getting more and more popular by the year, there is more demand to get animes pumped out and released, and the big wigs in these studios will always think about the money that they are saving and releasing as many products as they can to make more money. Hopefully, with the success of the season finale, with many fans claiming that it is one of the best animated fights in all of Blue Lock, hopefully if season 3 does happen, then it will give the animators and artists all the time they need to deliver absolute greatness. But tell me in the comments down below, what did you guys think of all of this? Do you like or hate the Blue Lock Season 2 animation? Do you think Studio 8-bit should have made any significant changes to the art and animation on the Blu-ray? Tell me! Like this video, subscribe for more anime news updates, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings, and more. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy dude review signing out.